This week we sailed from Bimini over to the Berry Islands and did some island hopping. Okay, so this is why you always check your engine before you go. You can see that belt right there is cut. That is the belt for the raw water pump for the coolant for the engine. So if that had gone off or broken and I didn't know it, you know, it could have overtemp the engine. I mean, we just got an alarm for that, but you know, you don't want to rely on it. The winds and seas were pretty calm as we motored across the Bahamian bank. It's only about 15 feet deep in most places, and it's pretty cool being able to see the bottom as we motored along.
I've counted like 8 starfish so far.
They were so sandy from being on the beach the last few days and all that, getting in and out, that we're going to be on the boat for a while, so get them clean while we can. So I'm washing them first with ocean water, and then doing a final rinse with about half a gallon of fresh water. Hopefully that works pretty good. You can see Megan up there on her usual perch on the bow. It really was a relaxing trip going across the bank. It got a little choppier as the sun set, but really with the sunset like that and these kind of views, you can't complain. The sunrise the next morning wasn't quite as pretty, but it was still a welcome sight. We had timed it just right to be sailing into the bay as the sun came up. We still have the dinghy. So we got everybody fed and loaded up in the dinghy and then went ashore to do a little exploring on the island. Seems like a lot of our exploring has to do with drinking beer. We said hello to our friends on the R Love that are staying in the marina and then went back to the boat.
So huge problem this morning. I couldn't figure out what to make for breakfast, and then I realized, I remembered, I'm on a boat in the Bahamas. So, Bloody Mary, duh. Cheers. And here come the Three Stooges!
I combined the boys' morning shore excursion with a trip to the fuel dock to get some diesel, just in case we needed it. So we're just doing a little day sail around to the other side of the island. This side there weren't any beaches and it was kind of buggy, and they were really chewing up Megan the other day pretty bad. So we decided to move around the other side of the island. It's not gonna be as smooth of an anchorage over there, but from what I hear, the beach is phenomenal. So we're going, as the crow flies, 1.5 miles from one side of the island to the other, but we have to go all the way around, so it's gonna take us 20 miles. But it's a good day for sailing. Winds are pretty light, but you know, whatever, we're not gonna run fast, but hey, it's a nice day out here. So we got a nice little send-off with some dolphins swimming in our bow wave. Even Maverick came up to the front to check out the action. I really enjoy having that lifeline netting on there. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable about the dogs walking around on the deck. There she is again, up on the bow seat. I can't say that I blame her. It's a pretty nice view up there. Have I mentioned the puppy dogs are pretty spoiled? Goose has the best seat in the house right there. Pretty soon it was time to wind in the head sail and motor into the bay. It definitely was a choppier anchorage, but much prettier. Don't tell Megan, but I might have been hitting those waves on purpose. Are you ready?
No!
The sand was really nice, and it was great for everybody to get a little bit of beach time. I know the puppies here enjoyed it. Well, this place is beautiful. It's got a great view, but they suck.
Yeah, no dogs.
It's an open air bar with a deck, but they don't allow dogs. So we were exiled back to the beach. That's all right, we were gonna have more fun there anyway. Well, I'm leaving the beach club because they don't allow dogs. I mean, really, it's an open air bar. It's kind of annoying. Anyway, unfortunately, on this side of the island, there's no grocery stores, none of that. And we broke the cardinal sin for cruisers. We ran out of beer on the boat. So from my understanding, it's about a mile walk to the nearest grocery store, and then I got to carry it all back. So anyway, our plan is I'm gonna go get some beer, bring it back to the dinghy, and we'll just hang out on the beach, drink some beer on the beach. Cheaper than going to a little bar paying $3 or $4 a beer anyway. All right, so the real question is, when I'm walking back with the beer, will I drink it all before I get back to the dinghy? I don't know, we'll find out. I'll give it a good shot. Sorry about the poor video quality here, but I don't think you'll mind. I'll show Megan how to make sure the lens is clear for next time. At least they were having a good time while I was sweating my butt off on the road walking to the beer store. I made it back with the beer. It was really nice, actually. I didn't walk but another 50 yards. Somebody picked me up, took me to the liquor store. I bought the booze, and then walked back. Well, started walking back, and somebody picked me up again. It's actually the owner of Flo's Conch Shop. We're gonna come see him on Thursday at Little Harbour Cay. I'm not sure who was more excited, the dogs to see me or Megan to see the beer. It really is nice to see how well the pups have adjusted to cruising life. I don't think they'd be happy going back to living in an apartment again. They might have been a little tired from an overnight sail and a long day on the beach. We heard this might be one of the prettiest bays and beaches in the Berry Islands, and I can't say that they're wrong. There's nothing better than watching a pretty sunset in a hammock on a boat. One more time ashore to let the boys do their business, and it was time to call it a night. I'm not exactly sure what the boys are doing here, but they must have been in a weird mood, because they kept barking and clawing at every piece of driftwood and plant life that washed onto the shore that evening. Well, the pup's hair was getting a little long, so it was hard to dry him off and keep the sand off of him. So it was time for a little grooming on deck. So I can hear the comments now. When is this going here? Not anytime soon. I figure maybe February, because February was the month that I found out I lost my medical license for flying. And so that'll be a year, and I figure I've never been able to have a beard or long hair or anything like that. I've always had a professional job, so February might be the month. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, it could be really cool by then. I want to keep it. We'll see. So no, this is not happening right now. So the next day it was time for a short little sail down to Little Harbour Cay. That way we could get in position to jump over to Nassau. Plus we wanted to get some conch at Flo's Conch Bar. It was kind of light wind, so we just motor sailed down, but the puppy dog sure seemed to like it.
Bob just went down to check the anchor. He has a GoPro down there too, but the dogs are like, what the hell are you doing? Oh, it's alright. Oh. Don't be so pathetic.
We were having a hard time getting the anchor to bite, so I dove down to check out and see what's going on. You can see here it's just laying on its side. It's just real grassy down there, and so it's hard for the anchor to set in that, so I just basically went down there and pushed the anchor in and Gave it a good bite, so hopefully it'll hold now. Once the anchor was taken care of, it was time to head into the island. Alright, so we're at Flo's Conch Bar.
And it's great.
Yeah. If you're ever on Little Harbour Cay or close by, you should make a stop. It's really cool.
And get some rum punch.
Rum punch. It's awesome. And the conch fritters.
Yeah, that was really good.
Those are really good. So check out the conch fritters. Although, we gotta try some more in a minute. So. When we first got there, the place was jumping. It thinned out a little bit by the time we left, but it sure was a good view from the bar. So we were at Flo's Conch Bar, and we're hanging out, and we say, hey, what's up with this boat over here? What's going on with that? And they say, oh, it's for sale, would you like it? They offered us a pretty good deal on it, and then, what do you think?
No.
No?
Tetanus.
Tetanus. I mean, it's a really cool old boat. It's like, it's definitely very Captain Ron.
It's like worse than Captain Ron.
Yeah, but it's in a lot worse shape than Captain Ron. We would love to have it, but actually, you know, we'd love to have a bigger boat just so we could bring a few more people out. But this boat and the repairs it needs are not in our budget. It really was a nostalgic and cool old boat, and I'd love to have it, but just too much work for us. It was time for one last sunset in the Berry Islands before heading over to Nassau. I think Goose has a crush on Megan there, or maybe it's the other way around. This video channel is supported by viewers like you, so head on over to our website sailingdoodles.com to see how you can help us out on Patreon. Thank you so much. Please click like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.